Today we are creating some beautiful DIYs that are not red and green that you can actually keep out all winter long. You're not going to have to put these up as soon as Christmas is over, but they're still going to make your home really pretty and gorgeous for this upcoming winter season. I feel like this style is a really good deal for just the $1.25 price point. You could just hang these on the wall in sets of 2 or 3 and they would look super nice. But to make these into a DIY, I wanted to create a centerpiece. If you want these to be a little bit more sturdy, you can attach a board underneath. But I'm just going to go ahead and attach these together and create like this longer piece that I can add in some glass candle holders. I picked these up in gold, so I didn't even have to paint them, but you could tape off the mirror and paint them any color that you would like. I added 3 of these tall candle holders, and then I'm going to be filling in all of this with some greenery. Now I picked up this flocked PVC type greenery from Dollar General, but they do sell it at Dollar Tree that you can just flock yourself with a little bit of white paint, and this was really fun. I just kind of twisted it in between the glasses, and then I'm going to be adding in some more greenery to really fill this in. So I feel like it looked a little bit cheap leaving it as is, so I'm taking some of these garland ties and just twisting them together. It didn't matter what size, it just made various little picks that I could put in there and glue these down in place, and they just kind of give it a little bit more dimension, but also making it look so much nicer with like different styles of the greenery. And then I have these mini little Christmas flowers from the Dollar Tree, so I'm just gluing them all over. I love how the white really pops off the green, and then like I mentioned, you can just take white paint and kind of flock the greenery as much as you want. I didn't even do it on the garland ties, but after I got it all filled in, I feel like it looks so elegant and would create such a gorgeous centerpiece. Next up, you can kind of do the same thing just with one single mirror. So I'm using the same style mirror and then taking one of these candle holders that I found at Dollar Tree and gluing this to the bottom. If you can't find this style of candle holder or little candle stand, you can just use the normal glass ones and paint it gold or white, whichever color that you would like, and kind of doing the same thing I did before, adding in this clear tall candle holder and then adding in a bunch of greenery. So I just feel like getting this cheap greenery and putting it down first just is going to fill it in, and I won't have to use as many of my floral picks. Now is the fun part. After I got all the greenery down, I went in with just some more pieces that I found on floral picks and added them in. I had some silver berries and silver ornaments. I went with silver because this is going to last past Christmas. I can leave these little arrangements out on my counter until way after Christmas, like after the New Year's, pretty much all winter. So I love how it just kind of looks snowy and, like I say, will last so much longer. Using the books, I'm going to actually use them upside down. Now you can just use the wooden crates or wooden blocks, use whatever that you have, but these are a little bit bigger than the wooden crates that I found at my Dollar Tree, so I loved using it for this project. I turned them upside down, removed all of the ribbons and beads off of the top of them, glued it together, and then filled it full of some of these amazing trees that Dollar Tree has out. I put 3 big ones and 2 smaller ones. The ones on the edges just weren't sticking up far enough for how I liked it, so I did build some little platforms with some tower blocks so that I could glue underneath it, and it'll just make them pop a little bit more, like bringing them up so that all of it isn't hidden down inside the box, and it's just much more of a statement piece, and I love it so much more. So I glued everything down, and then I wanted to fix up the front really cute. I just think it's so much fun that Dollar Tree puts out these little wooden like pieces so that you can decorate any piece that you want without having to have a headache over it or worry about what you're going to put on the front. I love this little Happy Holidays ribbon. I actually use it again later on in the video, but I am taking some white paint and just making this look really snowy. I actually like that little brown color for the backing, so I didn't even have to worry about painting it a solid color, but just adding this snow on. You could choose to go with glitter or add some like actual like fake snow on top of this to make it look really snowy. I wanted to hide the trunk in the middle, so I did tie a little ribbon to put in the middle, but I think this come together really cute. It's the perfect neutral colors, but it's going to add that height just for like a dollar store piece.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and
if you haven't noticed, I have been loving making snowmen this Christmas, especially for some reason. But I mean, I make a ton of them every year, but they're just my favorite to paint. I found these cute little blocks at the Dollar Tree and I noticed that they stack up really cute. So I thought it would be fun to make some block snowmen. I know I made some tiny little ornaments with the mini little dice at Dollar Tree or from Dollar Tree, and they looked really cute. So I was inspired by that to make some bigger ones. So these are super simple to put together, would make an amazing craft for like family craft night, involve your kids. These are really cute. You could even, like, if you want this to be a free project, go find like scrap wood. We always used to like cut off the blocks to craft with before I really used only Dollar Tree items to do things, especially for my channel. But for these snowmen, I just used the back of my paintbrush to get the perfect little eyes and mouth, and I paint on a carrot nose, and then I want to glue these together so I'm not constantly having to stack them back up to decorate with. And then to give them little scarves, I just tied around some satin ribbon. I completely forgot to add the little buttons first. I should have done that before I tied the scarves on there, but I went ahead and added them. And then I went back to the yard and found some more twigs. This time I wanted them a little bit bigger, so I glued these on the edges, and I feel like they are the perfect thing. I love using my miter shears to get the perfect angle so that I can actually tilt these up, but they actually stood like really well in place. I'm shocked. I thought I was going to have to be standing there and holding them forever, but it actually stuck really quickly and cooled off, and they're holding on really nicely. So I think these are adorable, the perfect little set you can make your entire family, but a really easy craft project to do for this Christmas. I love these huge jars, so I grabbed one of those, and then the secret here is to grab these little resin pieces. They're actually just little like beads and filler, but they were like in the resin section in the Dollar Tree Plus section, but we're going to use it for this. They had some cute little snowflakes as well as some blue little beads, so I just pulled out the blue ones in there. If you don't have this, you could just find some mini beads or just cut up like some really thin like little confetti to put at the bottom, but I don't have any intentions on really like burning this down to the bottom. I'm just making it for decor purposes to be really cute, as well as all of the candles in this video. I don't plan to just burn them because these are like unscented candles from the Dollar Tree, so I'm just happy to fix them up, make them cute, and display them for decor purposes. But I do put a layer of Mod Podge around the edges and then start sprinkling on these little pieces, so they are going to look like little sprinkles down inside of this jar. Now if I had this to do over again, I think I would use the clear Elmer's glue for my adhesive rather than the Mod Podge, because I feel like I did get it too thick, but I feel like it dries a little bit milky colored, and it just took extra long to dry and get it as clear as possible. But you can see a little bit of the white pulled up down at the bottom, but it still stuck really nicely. Even if it dries and there's not enough sprinkles, you could go over it with another coat and add a few more to the bare spots, but I let that completely dry before melting down my tall candles. I do pick these candles up at Dollar Tree. Like I said, they are unscented if you did want to burn like the safe ones ones that don't have like the sprinkles or ribbons around them, you could add in some essential oils to make it smell a little bit better. But I melt these down just by sticking them in a pot of water on my stove top at medium heat and just let these take their time and warm up and melt down. It does take about 3 candles to fill up one of these jars. And this is like the smaller jar from that canister set that Dollar Tree has out, but it still is a really great size. And then like I mentioned, I do light these up just to look really cute for this video, but I don't plan on leaving this unattended or burning by itself, especially down to the bottom, so I didn't care to just add a little ribbon to the top and just make this really cute. This will go on into winter and work perfect on into January, even after the Christmas season. I love these big bags of pine cones. I can't believe we are already crafting with pine cones, and one of my favorite things to do with pine cones is just easily add some glitter, fake snow, or white paint to them. These I go ahead and like pour them out, and I feel like this is a really good amount for the $1.25 if you can't find them like in your backyard. I feel like you're still getting several for usually what Dollar Tree puts out, and then going ahead and using a paper plate to pour out my Mod Podge and this faux snow. I have an entire video on using this faux snow. I'll have it linked down below if you want to go check it out. It's one of my favorites. I made some really fun things with it, and I'll definitely be making some more projects with it. I always stock up on it whenever Dollar Tree puts it out. So I stuck these in a little Dollar Tree bowl. I think they look really cute, and it just elevates them so much. I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there. If you see these huge jars at Dollar Tree, go ahead and pick up 3 of them. I feel like doing so many things with these. I feel like they are going to go super fast, and these are incredible for Christmas crafting. They are a huge size, and they make the perfect like snow globes. So for this, I just wanted to share with you really quick how to put together a really fast little snow globe. I glued down and made a little platform using the tower blocks, glued that down in the bottom, and then this pack of trees actually comes with 2 taller ones and 3 smaller ones, which is incredible. I added 3 in there and then added the fake snow and to cover up the entire platform, and this looks really good. You could go ahead and cut out something with your Cricut, like a label to put over the front. I'm just adding a little ribbon to the top as well as a little bit of greenery because I want to be able to see in there, but I already have so many ideas using these jars, so I'll definitely be stocking up on some more. Leftover wall mirrors, and I've used these in a ton of different projects. They're like these little mirrored houses, and they're really cool. They're meant to like put on the wall, but they're kind of small. I feel like it might look odd if you just kind of randomly put them on the wall as a sticker, so I wanted to create a fun sign with them. That would be perfect for this winter. Once again, trying to extend this to last past the holidays, but it needed a new background, so I did take some gray vinyl, go ahead and cut that down to size. I know it's hard to get it perfect in these signs where the middle doesn't remove, so I just get it down in there the best I can, and then cutting away any of the excess with like an X-Acto knife. This is actually a Cricut branded knife. And then I kind of wanted to get rid of the mirrors, so I ended up painting all of these little houses with some white paint, as well as this little wooden home sign that also come from Dollar Tree. I let those completely dry and then glued everything down in place. I thought this was kind of fun and unique, sticking the little houses up to the side like that. And then I added some greenery in the corner, and then I thought that I would be completely finished after this, but then I wanted to give it a little bit more sparkle, so I ended up adding in some fake snow. This actually worked out really great because I didn't get the vinyl cut down perfect. There was a little bit of the pink showing through on the bottom, so this kind of looks intentional, just putting the snow at the bottom, but it's also covering up all of those flaws. Kind of doing the same thing, just using the wooden circle rounds as well as 2 plungers and attaching them together. I have done something similar in the past, but it was like looking a lot like farmhouse rustic decor, so I wanted to dress these up a little bit more glam. I found this incredible glitter spray paint just passing through Home Depot, and this was actually on sale, but it is really transparent, so I did give it a coat of gray spray paint first, let that dry, and then add in the glitter. I found these huge snowflakes from Walmart. They were under $4, but I thought they were gorgeous. They were going to make such a bigger impact than anything that I found at Dollar Tree, and just love them so much. So I go ahead and attach it to these stands with hot glue, putting one of them lower down and scooting them one a little bit higher, so they're going to be staggered whenever I decorate with these together. Now in the crafting section, Dollar Tree does sell large bottle caps, but in the ornament section they have these mini ones that are perfect for little like small candle holders, and I'll share with you all some amazing candles that I found on Amazon. But for these mini little bottle caps, I removed the tag. They do have a hole in the top, so I just filled that in with some hot glue, and then I just kind of wet some paper towels to lay on top because they do have like a sticky paper sticker on top, and then just soaking it in a little bit of a wet paper towel will help me to peel it off. So I do paint 3 candlesticks white, kind of for the same purposes that I did before, to stack one up a little bit higher. But after these had got to set and soak up the water for a minute, I was able to scratch some off. Now I didn't let it set very long at the beginning, so I was only able to scratch off the edges, but if I give it a little bit longer, I was able to remove most of the sticker. Now you can go a step further and take some Goo Gone or use something to get all of the adhesive off. I just left it. It actually gave it kind of like a crackle effect at the top. I love it. I think it looks so cool. It actually looks like I used the crackle medium to intentionally do that. But if you don't like that look, then definitely just try to remove as much of the adhesive as you can using something like Goo Gone, Gooby Gone, whatever you have. I know that Dollar Tree does sometimes put out their version, but I like to pick up like a spray bottle at Walmart sometimes. Now all that I had to do was place the little bottle caps on top. To connect 2 of the glass pieces, I do like to use a combination of E6000 as well as hot glue just for a stronger hold. And then after I got the candlestick flipped upside down, you could kind of see some imperfections, so I went back in and just touched that up. But you could also put these the opposite direction, make them pointing up, but I think this is really cute. They kind of look like little pie or cake stands, and then I love how they are staggered a little bit with the height difference, but these are so gorgeous, and I'll link these candles underneath this video. They're absolutely gorgeous and look so real in these glass containers, but they are battery operated LEDs. For the first one, it takes no time at all, but we were taking 2 of these plain candle holder glass pieces, and we are going to be fixing them up. So I love that now Dollar Tree sells them in different sizes. I've only ever been able to find the large one, so the smaller one just makes the cutest set whenever they are setting together. I use some of these snowflake stickers. These are foam and just in the Dollar Tree crafting section, and I go ahead and just kind of put them all over in various sizes of this glass container, and then I'm going to go in and spray it with some of the frosted glass spray. I pick up the kind by Rust-Oleum and grab it at Walmart, but you can just pick up any kind that you like. The only thing on this craft that I wish I would have done different was actually stick the little snowflakes to my shirt or something so that it wouldn't be as sticky, because I did struggle just a tiny bit on some of them getting all of the residue off. That's the only thing that I would change. Also, maybe putting a piece of paper down in the top or taping the top off so none of the overspray goes inside of the jar, because I want those snowflakes to stay as clear as possible. And the design is already showing up so beautifully, and then whenever you put a light in here, it looks so gorgeous lit up at night, and LED candles on a timer are even better.